You're coming up as a queen of coins, okay? The creator of earthly matters, the mother, someone that's very business savvy, classy, caring, detailed. You can be very grounded, organized, right? Prosperous, have impeccable taste. However, Taurus energy is significant. Um, however, the Wheel of Fortune is coming out in the reverse. So is the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Coins, the Eight of Coins, the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Wands. So the overall energy for the major arcana is things that are happening beyond your control. For instance, an example would be pregnancy, right? That's something that, well, I guess you can kind of control that. I'm just not gonna give any any examples, but it speaks about challenges, external forces, upheaval, luck of the draw. All right, and I don't necessarily know what that means, so some of you guys will have to look that up. But I instantly had got this energy of, you know how something is like by chance or by probability. It's like maybe some of you guys have luck by probability at this point. Like it could happen. I don't know, but anyways, I'm seeing karmic lessons here, upend, turning point, and a big push. Maybe something has happened in your life that could have been very challenging to you, something that was beyond your control. But I feel like this is going to give you some type of huge push, especially because of the energy that you're currently in. Like with the Queen of Coins here and the Queen of Swords, maybe a air sign woman that's not really in the best energy could be very harsh, pessimistic, critical, very calculating. They could gossip. They could be pretty scattered and easily influenced or have cloudy vision. Okay, they could be significant, or this could be your energy, and you don't necessarily have to be an air sign. We already talked about the Queen of Coins energy. The other two individuals that are coming out, which it could be talking about people, or it could be talking about one person, and that one person could be you, or whatever the case may be. You just have to apply it to how it fits. The Knight of Wands, right? I'm seeing the Knight of Wands in upright and the Knight of Coins in the reverse. The Knight of Coins is coming out in reverse because there's some type of lack of direction. Maybe you could be feeling stuck, irresponsible, bored, unstable, impatient. You probably are not finishing things. All right, we got stifled here. However, you have this Knight of Wands energy. Like, you're very energetic, confident. You're a charmer, very excited. You could like to travel, or the Knight of Wands has a lot to do with travel. All the Knights have a lot to do with travel. But I feel like you're just lacking direction right now. It could be because of your lack of foresight. Like, maybe this is bringing forth restrictions, or maybe you feel restricted. Okay, somebody could be returning home. You could be returning home. This could be spiritually, physically. All right, this could be confirming something that has already happened. So be mindful that past, present, and future energy could be very significant, and only take what resonates. This is a collective. It's not a personal message. Every message may not be for you, and if a message is for you, take it how it resonates for your life, right? I'm also seeing inhibited, lack of progress, and thinking small. So I feel like you have the potential. I feel like you're this over-the-top, adventurous, rebellious individual who has a lot of energy and is very confident in themselves. You probably are very attractive. But I feel like you're just thinking small, right? You're thinking small. You're being encouraged to lay down your burdens, to readjust, to release, to reduce, to just basically get your priorities straight. All right, we got delegate, responsibility, and prioritize. Maybe this can help you a lot more. especially when it comes to your action, your energy, the work you do, or with this earthly plane or materialistic things. Finances could be included. This could help a lot in those areas. So when I seen these messages come out, especially how the cards were coming out, the ones that were in upright and the ones that were in reverse, it's kind of like you guys are not feeling like yourselves, or you're not operating in the usual energy that your spirit is, right? Now, going back to the Knight of Coins, which talks about lacking direction, right? You have this lack of direction, you have this lack of foresight. So I feel like if these things were in the upright, then you'll be quick to move. You'll be quick to put in energy towards things. But I feel like you guys are still putting in some type of action or movement towards something while still lacking foresight or direction. It's probably why you're being encouraged to lay down your burdens and to come into a more organized space, mentally, emotionally, etc. In this space that you're in, you could be feeling like something is boring. It's giving all work, no play, something being very repetitive. Maybe some of you guys are not delivering in the way that you could. Yeah. So when it comes to the work you do, you may be lacking direction. You may be doing something continuously, but not really finding the play in it. Maybe it's something that can also become repetitive or boring. There's also monotonous. The word monotonous is here. All right. So maybe you just shifted into an energy that probably caught you off guard due to maybe some karmic lessons or some upheaval, things that were beyond your control. Now you're probably in this devoid of emotion with clouded visions, and mentally you're very easily influenced as well, maybe even very critical or harsh. And this doesn't really have to be you, it can be other people, because these are the court cards, which talks about personality, characteristics, you know, that type of stuff. You could be a Taurus, Aries, Virgo. The planet Jupiter could be very significant. Sagittarius, Aquarius, and whatever sign the Wheel of Fortune represents. Okay, so angel number 10 can also be very significant. Angel number 1010 as well. I feel like you had some type of expectation towards something, but maybe something could have ended. Maybe something could have happened in a way that you didn't expect. Maybe this can also be tied to a community of people, like family or this main male. Crazy thing is the community and main male is coming out in the reverse. Okay, so maybe this wasn't the best community. Maybe this main male wasn't in their divine masculine energy. Okay, but it's tying to the family room and sudden wealth, right? 1211 could be a very significant angel number. 1111, 111. Okay, now maybe there was some type of message of concern, like there was a message that probably striked sadness or concern or whatever the case may be, right? Yeah, maybe this was you. You fell into the energy of despair. People weren't hiring when you were looking for jobs. Things weren't going in the way that you planned. It seemed like a lot of things that you were trying to obtain was just falling further and further away from you. There's probably, see, some of you guys were meant to come into some type of wealth, and maybe you still are going to come into it, but I feel like something with this false person who kept you away from this, maybe a couple, maybe it's time to newlyweds or marriage.